Hi everyone, this is Dee. Today we're going to be making this halter tank top. It's very easy to make. I was really amazed by how fast it worked up. All you need is your bust measurement, and you also need to know how long you want to make it. Okay, so in the video we're making this exact top and I'm a size large, but you can adjust it to any size by taking your own measurements. So you take your bust measurement and that's how wide you're going to make the increases. Okay, then after that you're going to make a second panel, and then we're going to join them together, and after that we're going to be working in rounds. This is the yarn I used. It's called I Love This Yarn, and it is 100% acrylic in color fruit salad. I only had 2 skeins of yarn, and this is what is left from the second skein. So you only need 2 skeins, so you'd have to buy 2 of these just to be on the safe side, or if you have more that would be perfect. For the hook, I'm going to be using a 5mm hook. Then I'll be using some scissors to cut my strands and a tape measure for the measurements. Before we get started, I need to let you know guys that this top is made of 2 panels at the beginning. This is from around the neck all the way to the widest part of your bust, and after making the second panel we're going to join them together, and then we shall be working in rounds. I'm making a size large to extra large, but I'll be telling you how to make it bigger or small according to your size. Okay, so let's get started. I'll put this aside. All right, so for our first row we're going to make a slip knot first. Make a slip knot, and then we're going to make a chain in multiples of 11. I'm going to make a chain of 44 plus 2, so you need a multiples of 11 plus 2. Okay, I'm going to place on the screen how many chains you need to start with for different sizes, so you can go ahead and do that or adjust to your liking. Okay, so I'm going to make a chain of 44 plus 2. So this is my chain of 44, and I'm going to add 2 more. So add 1, 2, and then you're going to yarn over and you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th you're going to make a double crochet. So for this first row, this chain 3 that we have here is going to count as our first double crochet. So now we have 2 double crochets. I'm going to yarn over, and on top of the next stitch I'm going to make a double crochet, and now we have 3 double crochets here in total. And also I'm working in the back bumps of my chain, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. So after your first 3 set of 3 double crochets, you're going to chain 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and into the 3rd you're going to make a single crochet. Chain 3, yarn over, skip 2 chains, and into the 3rd make a double crochet like that, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So in total here you'll have 6 double crochets. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So here I have my 6 double crochets, and then I'm going to chain 3, skip 2, and into the third I'm going to make a single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, and into the third I'm going to make a double crochet, and then make 1 double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. Okay, I have 1 2 3 4 5 6, and next I'm going to chain 3, then I'm going to skip 2, and into the next I'm going to single crochet, chain 3, yarn over, skip 2, and into the next 6 stitches you're going to make 1 double crochet. One, two, three, four, five, 6, chain 3, skip 2, and into the next stitch you're going to make a single crochet, chain 3, skip 1 2, and you're going to make 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And this marks our first row. Your work should look like this. Okay, so we started with 3 double crochets here, and as you can see we have ended with 3 double crochets at the end of the row. So we're going to start row 2. Row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Then you're going to yarn over, and on top of this first stitch you're going to make a double crochet, double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches. So here you have 3 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you're going to yarn over and skip all this and place a double crochet on top of this next double crochet. Yarn over and place a double crochet on top of the next 4 stitches. Okay, chain 6, yarn over and place a double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. So each double crochet from previous row gets a double crochet on top of it. This is how your work should look. Chain 6, double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets from the previous row. Chain 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you're going to make a double crochet on top of the next 3 double crochets. This is the chain that we started with, so I'm going to place there a double crochet, and that marks the end of our second row. Alright, so now we're going to start row 3, and with row 3 we're going to make increases. And to do that, so you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, yarn over, and on top of this first stitch you're going to make 2 double crochets, like so. Yarn over, double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, single crochet in the chain 6 space, chain 3, yarn over and make 1 double crochet on top of every stitch here. So you're going to make 6 double crochets in total, because we have 6 double crochets from the previous row. Chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. Chain 3, single crochet in the 6 chain space, chain 3, yarn over, double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, yarn over and make 1 double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches, and on top of the last you're going to make 2 double crochets. Row 4, to start row 4 you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, yarn over, and on top of that first stitch you're going to make 2 double crochets right there, like that, 1 double crochet on top of the next 3 stitches, then you're going to chain 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yarn over, double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets from previous row, chain 6, double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets from previous row, chain 6, and make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches from the previous row, you should have this. Chain 6, and you're going to make 1 double crochet on top of the next 3 stitches. So once you have 1 stitch left, you're going to place the 2 double crochets. Okay, you should have something like this, and from here you're going to keep repeating those 2 rows. So the next row we're going to be making a single crochet in the chain 6 space, and then the row after that we're going to be making this row of just chaining 6. Okay, and you're going to keep repeating the 2 rows. So I'll show you guys one more time the next row and how to start it, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest of camera. Chain 1 and turn for row 5, yarn over, make an increase, make 2 double crochets in the same stitch, yarn over, yarn over and make 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochets, like this. So once you get here, you're going to chain 3, then single crochet in the chain 6 space, chain 3, double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of every stitch, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, double crochet on top of the next stitches until you have 1 stitch left. So this is my last stitch, and I'm going to place there 2 double crochets to make an increase. Okay, row 6, chain 1 and turn, make an increase in that on top of that first stitch. So place there 2 double crochets, make 1 double crochets here, so once you get here, you're going to chain 6, yarn over and skip all these and double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. Chain 6, yarn over, double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches, okay, so you're going to keep repeating that. I have 1 2 3 4 5. I'm on row 6, and I'm going to repeat this until I have a total of 11 rows. So go ahead and make 11 rows, and once you have your 11 rows, I'll be back to show you guys what to do next after that. Okay, I'm back, guys, and this is how my work looks so far. And I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I have 11 rows, so I need you to count how many stitches you have on this part right here. on this corner, and I need you to count how many stitches you have on this other side as well, but make sure that you have 11 stitches. So here you have 11, and you have 11 stitches on this other side as well. If you reach this length and this is enough for your bust, half of your bust, you can stop at this point and skip the next step that I'm going to be showing you. But if you need to make more increases like me, this is for you. Okay, so you're going to chain 1 and turn your work for row 12, and on top of this first stitch here, we're going to make a total of 3 double crochets all in that same space. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to, so as you can see here, we are supposed to make the chain 6 row, right? So you're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're going to count from here, count 6 stitches from this point. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that means you're going to make a double crochet on top of these 6 stitches. So you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and on top of the 5th stitch you're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook and make a double crochet, yarn over, make a double crochet on top of the next stitch, insert your hook, make a double crochet, double crochet, make a double crochet on top of the next stitch and on top of the next, and you should have this. So here you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, which is the number that we need, just like we did for these middle sections. So I hope you get the point. So once you're done with that, you're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, yarn over and make a double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets from the previous row. So once you get to this point, you've chained your 6, you're going to yarn over and make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then chain 6, yarn over, and you're just going to go on top of the very last stitch, which is this one here for me, and make 3 double crochets. So you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, and on top of that last one you're going to make 3 double crochets. Okay, and there you have it. That's how your work should be looking like. This has to match with this end. So the next row you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and this time you're going to make only 2 double crochets like how we've been doing for this other side. So this is the only row that we made 3 double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, so now you're going to make 2 double crochets in the same stitch, like that, then 1 double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches, like that. So you'll have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. Chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets from previous row. Like that. Chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets, so repeat with the pattern. I'll meet you guys at the end here. So I'm now working towards the end. This is row 13, chain 3, and then make 1 double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches. Then on top of the last one, you're going to make 2 double crochets. And there you have it. So you're going to keep increasing like how we have done for this row 13 until this part is wide enough for half of your bust measurement. So I'm going to keep repeating the pattern until I have enough length for half of my bust measurement. Then I'll be back with my 2 identical panels so we can join them together and start working in rounds. Okay, so row 14 is it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Yeah, row 14, chain 1 and turn your work. Start with an increase of 2 double crochets in the same stitch, then 1 double crochet on top of the next 3 stitches, then chain 6 and double crochet 1 on top of the next 6 double crochets. So yeah, keep going and I'll be back once I have enough length for my bust. Okay guys, so I have added 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 rows. So make sure that your last row ends on this row of just the chain 6 and not the single crochet. Okay, it should end like this, and on the last row again, don't make an increase, just make the normal stitches with no increase. So I hope that is clear. Then for me, this is enough for my bust, and I'm going to show you guys how wide it is, and it is about 19 inches. Okay, so what you're going to do is make another identical panel exactly the same, and here is mine. And we're now going to join the two panels together. But before that, let me count to show you guys how many I have in total, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. I have 18 rows. And it's about 9.5 inches long at this point. Okay, that's how long it is, and I've already shown you the width is 19 inches wide. All right, so now we're going to join the 2 panels together. And then after joining them together, we're going to start working in rounds. So now I'm going to look at this as my wrong side, and I can tell from the very first row that I made, this is the right side of my first row and this is the wrong side of my first row. So I'm going to place it like so. It's the same with this one. This is the right side and this is the back part is the wrong side. Okay, Now we are going to join the two, and to join the two we're going to chain. So to join the two sides you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to slip stitch on top of the first stitch like so. Pull that outside, and we have to join this side as well. So I'm going to use this strand that I have here. I hope it will be enough. So I just don't want to cut the yarn and reattach it. So here I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, then get the other side and slip stitch right here, pull through all, then chain 1 and pull tight. So we have now joined the two, and we're going to start working in rounds. So as you can see, this last row, after this last row we were supposed to turn our work. It's the same for this side as well. So we're going to chain 1, turn, chain 1 and turn. Then in that same space the chain is coming out of, you're going to yarn over and make a double crochet like that. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in that chain space, should have this, chain 3, yarn over, and you're going to make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I have 2 stitches left here, and I'm just going to ignore those 2. So I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to single crochet in the chain space right here, single crochet like so, chain 3, then double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets, should have that, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, and 1 double crochets on top of every stitch here for the next 6 stitches. You're going to repeat that, and I'll meet you here. Okay, once you get to this point, you're going to chain 3 here and make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to single crochet in this chain 3 space from previous row like so, chain 3, yarn over, and we're now going to work on this other side. So you're going to skip 2 Okay, so skip these two and make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. Should have that. So we've skipped 2 here, and we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets from previous row, and you're going to repeat with the pattern. And I'll meet you back at this corner here so I can show you guys what to do next. Okay, also remember not to twist your work. Okay, so once you get here towards the end, this is where we started from, and we have 1 double crochet made. So that means we're going to make 5 more double crochets here. So once you've chained 3, you're going to yarn over and skip 2, and you're going to make 1 double crochet on top of the next 5 double crochets. That's 2 3 4 and 5. Then you're going to slip stitch on top of this double crochet, and that completes it to 6 double crochets for this as well, for this section. And there we have joined our 2 panels, our 2 pieces. So we're going to keep working in rounds and turning our work. So everything now is simple. So we're going to keep repeating that. So you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and in that same space you're going to yarn over and make a double crochet. Oops. Yeah, double crochet. Then you're going to make a double crochet on top of the next 5 double crochets. So here I have my 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then next I'm going to chain 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and make sure this chain is not too tight. Then double crochet on top of the next 6 double crochets. One, two, three, 4 5 6. So basically now you're going to keep repeating the pattern as it was, the row of just the chain 6 and the row where you have to make a single crochet in the chain 6 space. Those 2 rows is what you're going to keep repeating until you have enough length for your top. We're no longer making increases. So you're going to repeat this row. When you get here, as you can see, you still chain your 6 and then jump to this side and do the same thing. When you get to the end here, you're going to chain 6 and slip stitch on top of this first double crochet, and then you chain 1 and you repeat the pattern. But okay, I'm going to get back to this point so I can show you guys one more time how to work around this part here. Alright, so once you get here, you're going to chain 6, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, then slip stitch on top of this double crochet. You should have this. So after that, you're supposed to chain one and turn your work, chain one and turn, yarn over, double crochet on top of that same stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, so this part just changes a little bit, but it's easy to work with. Chain 3 and make 6 double crochets on top, make 1 double crochet on top of the next 6 stitches. Just keep in mind that at the end of every row you have to turn your work. So once you work your way around and get back here, you're going to slip stitch, turn your work, and the next row you're going to make 6 double crochet here in total, and then work your way around and slip stitch on top of the first stitch. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest off camera. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I'm working on my last stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So once you get to the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch and get your scissors, cut off the yarn, leave a tail that you can weave in. So in total here we have a total of 32 rows. So if you wish, you can make more rows. You don't have to make 32. You can make more rows. You can actually turn this into a dress. It would be nice. So you just have to continue going downwards until you hit the length that you want. So this down part is done. We just have this tail, which I'll weave in later. I'll weave this one in as well later. So we're now going to work on the shoulders. We're going to join here. Okay, so I'm going to use the single crochet stitch for that. So if you wish, you can make a chain. You can make a long chain and attach it on the other side and you should be done. But for me, I'm going to join these 3 double crochets together here. I'm going to join this part and do the same on this other side. So I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm joining from the wrong side, so I'm going to insert my hook on top of this first chain and insert my hook on the second chain, or on the first chain of the other side of the top. Then I'm going to pull this loop through like so. Chain 1, set your hook back in that same space and make a single crochet. Insert your hook on top of the next stitch. If you guys can see it. And insert your hook on top of the next stitch on the other side as well. And make a single crochet. Insert your hook on top of the next stitch and on top of the next stitch for the other side and single crochet. And then here we have the chain space, so I'm going to place there a single crochet as well, and then insert my hook back in that chain space again and make a slip stitch, then chain 1, cut the yarn. There, this part has been joined. I'm going to do the same thing I just did here on this side as well. And there we have joined this part as well. So this is what we have. So this is the right side. I'm just going to show you guys how long my top is in case you want to know. And there it is. It's about 16 inches long. Okay. And with that being done, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you'll be able to make this top for yourself. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Remember to subscribe and share this video with your crochet cousins. I would appreciate that. Thank you.